I want to try and put a little bit of a program together based on obviously fundamental parts of the game and each area of the game. So today we're going to start with a driver. Generally most people would start the hole with a driver, and obviously a very important club to put you in a great mindset, get you off to a good start, particularly teeing off that first tee. Just the fundamentals we need to obviously try and hit as good a drive as possible. So we're just going to go through those basics that we need to think about and that you should all be thinking about and all be working on over this winter period to make sure that you're better at this part of the game. Remember that those basics are really important. It's important to get things like ball position right. It's important to get your spine angle right. We're going to just talk through those just for a couple of minutes before we obviously get into position. So to start with, generally we all use driver. Talk a lot about tee height when we're coaching, and I generally like to see around about half the ball above the top of the club when we address the ball. So it would look something like this. We've got half the ball up above the top line of the club there, and that is generally a good position to hit from with the driver. The most important thing for me with setup is the ball position. So I think that we all know that the ball position should be forward in our stance. Just a good fundamental to work with is if we come in and just set our feet opposite to the golf ball, and then we just take a step out with the left foot and then take a bigger step out with the right foot, we can now see that the ball is positioned opposite that left heel. That's a really important position to get right when you're obviously hitting driver. You can see there as well my width of stance, again very important. See a lot of people come in with very narrow stances with driver, and for me to make the best you have to have that width of stance. So once we get into position, with that ball being forward, the real important thing here is now that my sternum is actually behind that golf ball, and we want to try and keep that sternum behind the golf ball as we make impact with the golf ball. What we see as coaches a lot of the time is that people tend to come into the ball this way and get ahead of it and get a little bit steep on it, or they'll try and help the ball up in the air. They'll back up with their spine angle, and obviously will fail to hit a decent strike. So let's keep that sternum behind the ball, keep the ball position forward, and from that point just turn back, turn through, and there's a pretty nice drive down the fairway. Good luck.